Hi, everybody. I'm Simone, and I'm the founder of Recharge Empowerment Group. And I'm a speaker, an author, a mentor, an advocate, business consultant. And I was really feeling strongly to share this message with you tonight. This is the first night of the weekend of love. Yeah, February 12th. This is actually a great weekend, probably for lovers. If you want to take a trip or do something really cool, you have all weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. So it should be an awesome time for people who are, in relationship and celebrating love. I'm actually wearing red. I'm surprising myself because I typically don't tend to do the trendy thing. I like to just do my own thing. And I was contemplating wearing black, but I figured, I'll just I'll do the red thing. I'm feeling red. I haven't worn red in a really long time. So I haven't got a red lipstick on. Woo! So this is pretty interesting. And I wanted to do this video. It's not quite all the way I wanted it to do, but sometimes when you're waiting for things to be perfect, you never get it done. And so I'm like, what the heck? I'm just going to do this video right here from my laptop and just go at it. But as I was thinking about, just this whole time of Valentine's, historically, I have never really had a good Valentine's, to be honest with you. Um, from high school, I think I can remember the first Valentine's dance that I went to with my boyfriend at the time, my first boyfriend. And this was probably our 6 week together or something. It was very new relationship. And I was really young. I was 14. He was like 16 or something like that. But we were friends for a very long time, even before that. I mean, it's like childhood friends. And so, the relationship transitioned. And I'll never forget at the Valentine's dance. Can you believe it? This dude breaks up with me at the Valentine's dance. Unbelievable. So that was like my first negative experience with Valentine's. And I have to say, it's probably been downhill ever since. Been in relationships where guys are like, well, I don't believe in it. So, maybe I can say I can count on one hand that I've ever gotten anything for Valentine's Day. So it's never really been like a significant time for me. Like I said, it's really kind of held bad memories. Um, and I guess the most recent one is something I don't even want to talk about. So it got me to thinking. It got me to thinking about this whole thing about love and relationships and, you know, the pressure we put on ourselves to be in relationship, to the pressure we put on relationships to make us happy and all these other things. And so really this is why I've titled this video, Choose You, choose you. And so I started thinking about this whole thing about relationships and Valentine's and all of this other stuff. And I started to think that relationships is a lot like physical education, PE, right? Um, and here's why I say that. Now, if you're athletic and you've always been athletic in school, then this is probably not going to make much sense for you. This is for all of the people who are not athletic or who probably were overweight at school, not very good at sports. You would probably be able to relate to this a whole lot better. But relationships for me can sometimes feel like those times in PE when the good athletes have to choose teams, right? And so you all stand off, everybody stands off in a line, And your PE teachers have these team captains or team leaders, and they're like, you pick your team, you know and so you all line off, and of course they pick the people who they figure are going to help them to win, right? They pick the people who are the good athletes, who are the fast runners or whatever. And those of you who are, or I should say those of us who are not the good runners or the strong athletes or the overweight kids, we're always the ones who are left for the last. And that feeling is so awkward. You're just standing there waiting to be chosen, unless it's for a team where they figure you would be to their advantage because of your size or something like that. Like, so for me, I know I was selected usually for to be the goalie for field hockey, and I hated it. I hated that. I mean, it was nice being selected for a team, but then you were selected for something you didn't like doing, right? I hated being the goalie. I hated the pressure of standing in that goal and watching all these girls charging toward me with hockey sticks, trying to get this little ball in the net, and I'm trying to block it. And, because if you don't block it and the other team wins, then everyone thinks you suck, So it's like, I don't really like this. But, I got chosen for that. And so you were like, I'm thinking relationships can sometimes feel like that, you know, where it seems like you're standing in the game of life, just standing and waiting to be selected by someone, and everyone else around you is the one except you, and you start to think, well, what does it take to be the one? What does it take to be selected? What does it take to be chosen? you know? And sometimes when that happens often enough, you start thinking, well, let me just get on any team. Let me just get in any relationship just so I can say that I was selected by somebody. But we end up in relationships that we don't like, with people that we don't like. We end up dissatisfied or feeling like, we're in something that's less than what we deserve, or something that doesn't fulfill us. And it may be a perfectly good activity, a perfectly good person, but just not the right one for us. But we feel like we're under pressure to settle because it seems like no one else is selecting. And so I just want to encourage you tonight, because we all struggle with this. I struggle with this. I struggle with this. I struggle with, people that you really care about not choosing you. You're not the one for them. And you feel like they're the one for you, but they don't feel like you're the one for them. And so what do? Do you stop hoping? Do you stop dreaming? Do you stop living? Do you stop just trying? Do you stop working on yourself? Do you stop living purposefully? No. At the end of the day, I've said to myself that I would much, much rather be alone, have fulfilling friendships and family relationships and business associates and so forth, than to be in another committed relationship where I was either not being fulfilled or not being valued, being abused, or whatever it is. I'm not going to settle for that anymore. I am going to choose me. I'm going to choose me and know that within myself that I am the one. I may not be someone else's the one. I'm my own the one. And that I can live a full and happy life. And so tonight I decided to wear red, lipstick and all. I was part of a panel of a evening of romance and fun, and I shared my thoughts on the panel. I was alone. I didn't have a date or anything. And that's something that I'm getting accustomed to, just going out and enjoying myself by myself. Tomorrow I have a full slate of speaking and meetings and things like that. And Sunday would be church and other activities. And so I'm just going to continue to do me. I'm just going to continue to choose me. And if I'm never someone else's the one, then it doesn't diminish me in any way. I know that I am lovable. I know that I am loved by people who may not be, a significant other, but people who sincerely love me, and that I'm living a life of purpose and fulfillment, and that whatever, I'm trusting the journey, I'm trusting the process, that whatever comes my way, I will embrace, I will enjoy it, and at the end of the day, I will choose me. And that's my encouragement to you on this Valentine's in 2016, is to choose you. Choose you. So if you're in the Nassau area, I want to invite you on March 11th, Friday, March 11th. We are having our first recharge event for 2016. Yes, it's going to be grown and sexy. So Friday, March 11th, save the date, mark your calendars. I'm going to be sending out the save the date flyer as soon as it's done. But March 11th, starting at 6 p.m. So we're starting as early as 6 on that Friday. So if you want to come out right after work and do a little happy hour, we're going to have some happy hour drink specials between 6 and 7. And then from 7 to 9, we're going to have our program. We're going to have our Good Man male panel again. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to have some good entertainment, some good food, and we're going to have an after party. Yes. So after all the talking and laughing and having fun, we're going to have an after party. So if you want to really let your hair down on that Friday night, come out and dance to some old school music, some old school hip hop and reggae and soca, and really just have some fun in a nice atmosphere at Taj Mahal. That's Taj Mahal Restaurant on Parliament Street. We're going to be in their upstairs lounge. It's really cozy and really, really nice. And so we want to invite you out Friday, March 11th, 2016, starting from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. We are doing our first recharge, empowerment, social, and after party. Our after party is hosted by entertainer and your favorite DJ, Epic for Reals. Let me tell you something. He is one of the best DJs in the Bahamas, and he's an international DJ. He's played outside the Bahamas, and we're so fortunate to have him at all of our events. And listen, it is going to be off the chain. We like to have fun, but we also like to challenge our thinking and to challenge your transformation. So mark your calendars. Friday, March 11th, Taj Mahal, Parliament Street, downtown Nassau. Listen, stay tuned for more events that we have coming up. We are going to have an awesome year. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got some exciting things coming from Recharge. We've got a new product line that's coming out, my book, music. Listen, it's going to be an awesome year, and I'm really excited about it. Right? So, thanks so much. And remember, say yes to you, choose you. Enjoy your Valentine's.